guys, BB77's back at you with a real quick video right here on the Bear Cave, or on my main channel, whatever. But anyways, it is WrestleMania weekend, which means that I'm going to have WrestleMania stuff all weekend to do, starting tonight. Tonight is Friday, which means it's Good Friday, but it's also Hall of Fame Friday. So, with that being said, I am doing a BookTube video real quick today. But head over to the reaction channel. I'm hoping to have some WrestleMania weekend reactions up this weekend. I would like to do a reaction tonight of the Hall of Fame, kind of a reaction review kind of thing, to honor every one of the going into the WWE Hall of Fame. I'm excited. One of my favorite tag teams is going in. Let me know down below if there's anyone you wish was in there, or maybe one of your favorite have already been inducted. Let me know who it is. But with that being said, I do have a couple WWE, WWF books that I want to kind of hit on today. Both of these books I had pre-fire. Okay. I bought them used. So they're pretty beat up as it was. Unfortunately, I was not able to keep the sleeves for them, as they had a lot of damage from the fire. But the books themselves are actually in pretty decent condition for being. They were inside the house, so that's a positive. But they were on the outside, and so I don't have the, like I said, I don't have the sheets no more. I'll try to put like the actual book right up there with the cover. But the first one I want to talk about is Foley is Good. I love this book. The one thing you guys have to know about Mick Foley in all of his autobiographies, the guy's a storyteller. You can watch any documentary of him. You can watch him talk to anybody. If you've ever had the privilege, like I have, to meet him at a con, or to meet him just anywhere, the guy can tell you stories, and I mean the way he presents it, and you know, you sit there and you go, okay, is it a real story or is it not? You don't care, because I mean, he could take a real story that a normal person may tell. It might be like, oh, whatever. When he tells it, you're like, really? You know, it's very entertaining, very interesting. He puts that work into his autobiographies. This one was actually the second one of his autobiographies, I believe. I believe the first one was Have a Nice Day. But this one really shows a lot of behind the scenes. He talks a little bit, I think, about the backyard wrestling in this one. But he does. The one thing that I loved about this is he gives us behind the scenes look into his I Quit match against the Rock. A very good read if it's raining outside. If you like wrestling, and you like Mick Foley, this Hall of Famers book is one to go. Any Mick Foley book, any of his books, and he's got a good amount, are good to go, because I mean, like I told you, he's a storyteller, and he really entertains you through his writing. Up next is one of my favorite all-time wrestlers, a guy who I grew up watching, inside and outside of the ring. And now the reason I say that is because he kind of touches on that in this book. This is Heartbreak and Triumph. I was trying to get the rating right. Shawn Michaels story. So, you all remember Shawn Michaels as that member of D Generation X. Some may remember him as that member of the Clique. I remember one story he told that, you know, when they did that stuff with the Clique, and how Vince wanted to come down on them, and Shawn, being the champion, it was kind of hard to come down on him like that. So of course Hunter takes a lot of that wrath, but Shawn went through a lot in his life, and this book kind of touches on a lot of that. It talks about his upbringing into the wrestling business. But when it touches on his faith, you know, Shawn was really addicted to pain pills. He was really addicted to drugs. And it talks about how he found the Lord, how he found Jesus. And how his faith was able to give him a second chance. And that's what it is. And if you've ever got to hear his testimony and how all that went down, about his wife and all that, you should listen to it. I think you can probably find it right here on YouTube. But he went through a lot, and being able to get that comeback story and even put some humor into it, like when they went into one of my favorite scenes, and it's still my favorite scene today, when he came back, there was all that lore about, well, he's a different man, now he's a man of faith, so we can't do the stuff that we did before. They went into the girls' locker room, right? And I'll never forget that one, because Hunter's like standing there, but here comes Sean. I don't see nothing. And it was kind of just funny. It was hilarious. And then he comes back in to get Hunter because Hunter wasn't going to leave the locker room. I just thought it was funny. And there's other scenes where they did that. But, he's one of my favorite Hall of Famers. And the guy has trained a lot of wrestlers. He works now with the company, pretty much running NXT for Hunter and the crew. So, but the book is really good. If you have not read it, this is one of my favorite reads in all of my wrestling books, and I have a bunch. But these two are some of my favorites. But like I said, Eni McFoley is good. It's going to be a favorite of yours. But this one is my favorite Sean story. I mean, I can't remember, I think it was in this book he touches on the controversy in Canada. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah. But a great wrestler, no doubt about it. Great book. Not in the greatest condition, these books, but they're still some of my favorites, of course. So, but that's kind of my reads of the day. I enjoy them. I enjoy reading documentaries. Let me know if you guys have a favorite documentary or a favorite, autobiography. I don't know why I said documentary. Documentary too, but autobiography. Because I love autobiographies. I love listening about real life and especially history stuff. But like real life celebrities or people I look up to or I liked in my lifetime, I like hearing about them a little bit, hearing their stories, especially if they're good storytellers. And those guys are good storytellers. So that's why they were great wrestlers. They were great in the ring and out of the ring. Their storytellings were some of the best in all of wrestling. Let me know what your favorite Mick Foley character was. I love, but nothing beats Mankind. I was a huge Mankind, especially the Rock and Sock connection. Mr. Socko. I used to have a Mr. Socko. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. It's raining outside. I'm enjoying my day. We got some services tonight. We're going to just enjoy the day and the weekend. And I'm going to watch some WrestleMania tomorrow. The Hall of Fame tonight. Let's go. Catch you all in the next one. Peace.